Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily Casper and crypto live stream. And as the title states, Casper is, in a very, very unique position. And I've been saying for the past few streams, but in this stream today, I'm going to be breaking down a little bit on how Casper is tapping into multiple $1 trillion markets happening this year. That does not mean Casper is going to reach a $1 trillion market cap this year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Casper is tapping into massive liquidity markets all happening this year, and as a result, the demand for Casper will likely rise, and playing into the last stream's title, surpass all expectations. There will be, as usual, a bit of an overlap between this stream and the video that I have just created. I'm going to be uploading a video going into a bit more detail about this in about an hour after the stream's gone live, which should be in 2 hours from now. But that doesn't stop me from uploading. That doesn't stop me from talking about some of the stuff happening right here, right now. Of course, mainly regarding the KII. The KII are going to be a critical element to helping Casper tap into multiple $1 trillion markets, and it's all taking place right before our eyes. So make no mistake, we are still very, very early. And while I understand the sentiment of Casper is not going to surpass, whatever price target people have it down being very bearish, I understand the sentiment behind that. I want to highlight once more at the beginning of this stream for everyone watching who may be worried about Casper's price. I'm not talking about my prediction of where I think it's going to go, but I'll give you some perspective. You've got Ethereum, you've got Solana, and you've got AVAX. AVAX right now is the one that's been closely associated to Casper's price action. We see from its market cap right now, we saw in its first cycle, it didn't do anything until July. It was at $1.86 billion market cap, which is slightly under what Casper's at right now, and then peaked at 30. And that's AVAX. Look at Solana, which didn't do anything until August, which went from 10 billion up to 70. And look at Ethereum back in 2017, its first cycle. We can see Ethereum didn't move until November. It did a small move upwards in April and then came here, started chopping sideways until November, and went from $300 or $900 million market cap all the way up to a $1 billion market cap, 132 billion even. So ultimately what I'm trying to identify and trying to allow you here to recognize is Casper's price action is struggling right now. Of course it is. We accept that much. We've accepted that for the past few months, but those who believe the project is done for, look at history. Look at Ethereum, which right now I'd argue is the one closely related to Casper in regard to early days. Look at AVAX, the one that's being compared to Casper's price action right now. And look at Solana. All these projects pumped really, really late. And they exceeded all expectations. All the same common factors with these three projects as well is FUD was at all-time highs. Right now, Casper FUD is still very, very prevalent. A lot of people still don't trust Casper anymore after they got in at the top, or whenever they got in, and they obviously experienced a 73% pullback from all-time highs. Currently now we're down about 60%. So I do understand the sentiment of being bearish on Casper. I do. Of course I do. I'm also holding Casper. I'm also down on my investment. We're DCAing bit by bit to lower my average, but I'm still down on it. But I'm not worried because I see, due to my experience in crypto over 5 years, of course none of this is financial advice once more, but my experience in crypto has showed me projects when they are bearish, when, they have a lot of negative sentiment around them, provided they've got good utility and a lot to offer, like Ethereum did, like Solana did. Solana was meant to be, very, very, very quick infrastructure, and it is. Of course, it's not very decentralized or secure, but it is quick. That's why it valued up so high, thanks to meme coins as well. And Ethereum, again, was meant to be the sort of next Bitcoin, but then it diversified away from proof of work, went to proof of stake. Point being is these are two innovative projects, and you've got AVAX as well, all of which surpass expectations. And right now, with the crypto market cap, right now we're currently at a $2.89 trillion market cap. 2.89 trillion, almost 3 trillion. And my personal prediction is that we will see it surpass 6 trillion this cycle. A 2x in the market cap for crypto from here, maybe even more, who actually knows? But I'm optimistic for a 6 trillion market cap in crypto at least. So with an extra 3 trillion coming in, and Casper only currently valued at a 2 bill market cap, how much more of the market can Casper capitalize on? Will it 2x only, going to 4 bill? Which for me is very unrealistic. Or will it, when altcoin starts to rally and more developments and use case for Casper comes out and it comes to fully fledged DeFi this cycle, following smart contracts, 10 BPS, stablecoins, will Casper surpass expectations? You can make your own decision. Again, not financial advice, do your own research and trade at your own discretion. But for me, my conviction in Casper has never been more bullish. Based on the information we look at every single day, based on the information I provide to the executives in this community here, and also based on what I'm going to cover today, which is the trillions of dollars, the multiple markets where you're going to see trillions of dollars of capital that Casper is going to tap into. We'll get into all of that in this stream. So of course, if you enjoy, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Devious, me, my man, welcome back to the stream. Hi all, you people keep buying Casper or other coins as well, like Bitcoin at the moment, all the alchemy type of news. Me personally, due to the market sentiment right now, I'm just doing some periodic DCAing. Of course, Casper, I'm still DCAing as Casper. I do hold other assets right now. I haven't DCA'd to many of the other ones right now. Some AI projects I've been looking into a little bit more. But I mean, yeah, right now with where the market's at, again, it's until we break 96k Bitcoin, truth be told, I think the market can go either way. We might even see it make a lower low. Arthur Hayes says otherwise. So Arthur Hayes said we're going to see it reach higher highs before we see it reach the local bottom again. But, you know, ultimately from what I saw, and I showcased in one of my recent streams about the sentiment on crypto, Larry Fink sentiment, and Ray Dalio, who is the founder of Bridgewaters, you know, one of the largest asset managers in the world. They are all talking about sizing into Bitcoin, sizing into crypto. And I'm pretty sure if I have sources, if I haven't got sources right now, I know I found them earlier, and I'll see if I can try and find them again and post them in my community. But there are sources there to showcase that later half of the stream is looking extremely bullish to say the least. I'll see if I can find them right now while I'm, you know, searching through. But I'm not for a moment worried about the direction of the crypto going forward. So I'm DCing right now, and I hope I can end up making some bigger gains going forward. Oh yeah, I think I was referring to, yeah, it was referring to this actually, which is very interesting. These two, which I'll get into these two actually in a moment. But ultimately, this video here from Larry Fink, who's the CEO of BlackRock, highlights that we may see a market crash incoming, which of course is definitely a cause for concern. But he ultimately just trying to just say, you know, potential market crash, potential more downside following the tariffs and whatnot, but it'll come back. We'll get into that, of course, later on though, but I'll get to the Casper news first and foremost though, after answering more questions real quick. Joseph King, my man, welcome back to the stream, finally making it live. Great to have you here, it really is. Mr. Miles, first in all the comments before this one, you're waffling, completely waffling. Welcome back, man. Stu Clark to you too, good evening to you too. Falco, Lau, Buffalo Theory, Magnus, Kryptoni, everybody welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all having a very, very good day today. I like the schedule way more. I can catch you and investing bros. Yeah, I mean, this is my preferred time of going live right now as well. Of course, there are some days where it will change. The day that's always very weird for me are Wednesdays and Saturdays. Speaking of which, tomorrow, Wednesday as well, I won't be going live at the usual time. Apologies, it'll be earlier. And then Saturday, I don't know right now. But again, I try to always make my live times consistent. So in the chance I don't mention any announcement beforehand, you should know roughly what time I'm going live should be right here, right now. And yeah, everyone's just saying they're first now. Well, hopefully you're all first. We're all first to Casper, let's say it that way. We're all first to Casper. I wonder if they remember live chat. I remember it most of the time now. Again, I've got my little post-it note, which I haven't got preloaded now actually, but I have a post-it note. So yeah, it is live chat. Don't worry, I've got it all up. Diva Sports from Quant. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Quant also is not a bad project as well. I do think Quant's got some good potential in it due to its, you know, utilization in the financial sector as well. What's up, Arts, my man? Hope you're doing very, very well. You're absolutely right. We are bullish on when retail's bearish. Most of the time, this is the way exactly. Couldn't say it better myself. I buy Casper and Bitcoin miners now, just thinking what to buy. Again, it's up to you, my man. Ultimately, there are many other projects in this space to look into. Bitcoin and Casper, of course, are the decentralized ones, and they're deemed the most trustworthy and, you know, reliable ones, but there are multiple in this space to look at. Multiple. So if you want to diversify, then, I mean, I'll be making a video on some other assets in this channel this week. And I mean, equally, as you already know, Devious, I have my community here, which you can join for a 7-day free trial, get a peek behind the curtains, and we're also talking about a lot of research in there and trading, buying sellers and whatnot. But we'll also be putting in some assets in there as well on what we're looking at as well, because there's some very, very big projects in this space that institutions are looking at that we think can make some very big gains going forward in the cycle. What's up, Bull Britannia man? Hope you're doing very, very well. Welcome back. High bit listing, yes, is one of the posts we're getting into. Actually, going to be the first one getting into. Just getting through the question, but we've got the high bit listing for Casper now, which is, I mean, it's good. It's very, very good seeing another listing come into Casper. If you look at where Hybit is on CoinMarketCap, I haven't actually done any pre-research into this, so I apologize. I'm going to have to keep scrolling down, but we'll find Hybit here. That's high BT. I think the same one. Can I just type it in and find it? Don't think so. Okay, well, I will see if I can find it and provide a bit more information about Hybit in my community later on. But anyway, Casper's got a new exchange listing, which is, still extremely good news, seeing that Casper's adoption is still growing more and more. More ways to get hold of Casper, a cash USDT trading pair on Hybit exchange, which is very good to see. Hybit's account has roughly 10,000 followers, so it doesn't seem to be like a massive platform, but it says the layer 1, if it was layer 1 blockchain, even not an exchange, so it's a layer 1 blockchain for AI agents. So back then, I definitely made a mistake in my in assuming it's an exchange. It's not an exchange. It's a layer 1 blockchain for AI agents and next gen fintech, which is very interesting because those who've been following me for a long time now, and those who are also part of my executive community, know my stance on AI. Due to the research that I've conducted, how big AI is going to be, so Casper tapping into a marketplace that is, ultimately for AI as well, is huge. For AI agents as well, is very, very big. So I mean, that's a very bullish deal nonetheless, and hope to see more and more of these announcements coming through going forward as well. It's a game changer, definitely a game changer. Oh wait, you meant you buy Casper and Bitcoin miners? I read it as, oh okay, yeah, no, same. That's what I read it as well. I'm doing my part. I'm running my GPUs to help secure the network during the low participation. Yeah, right now we look at the hash rate, and the hash rate has come down quite significantly at 1.16 EH. It's been falling down gradually, which is, for me, a number of factors. A, because a lot of the minor, like manufacturer, like organizations, if you will, they're probably going offline and turning some of them off, because I know, for example, Ice River, they're planning to upgrade to their new ones, and they're shipping the ones out in mid to end of April. So probably going to start seeing a dip off while they put the new ones online that are better. And equally also because of Casper's price right now, I think a lot of miners are getting frustrated and starting to leave the project. But with 10 BPS coming around the corner, that will provide more opportunities to mine blocks and therefore potentially allowing you to make more revenue. So hash rate's coming down right now, but I'm sure it will turn around again soon, and you'll see hash rate start skyrocketing, following more adoption, following more demand for Casper, and that will also result hopefully in the price rallying as well. I don't care about the loss, I care about Casper more. It will pay off. I completely agree as well, my man. Keep it up. Greg, what's up, Jay? Watching on Reaper, but you see the GameStop announced and in Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset. I think I did. Did I retweet that? Or did I don't think I got it preloaded. I think I retweeted it. I saw something about it. Well, I saw that. I saw Trump Media signed agreement with partner Crypto.com. I don't see the CME. GameStop. I didn't see GameStop even, so I did not see that. Or if I did, I didn't preload it. But I mean, either way, that is once more proof of the adoption Bitcoin's going to see and crypto's going to see in this cycle, with more and more big Web 2 companies and financial institutions starting to adopt it. So that's huge, no doubt about it. But before I get into more of the questions right now, because I thought I'd be here for a long time, although I was almost caught up, to be fair, but I'm going to get into some of the actual posts right now. So of course the first one here is talking about Hybit. I already just mentioned that. I think it's quite a big listing, quite a big connection for Casper, once more bringing more adoption to the infrastructure, to the ecosystem, and of course in due time we'll see all these small little incremental steps lead into the blow off top that we're all hoping for and seeing very, very soon. Then getting into the way that I believe how Casper is going to tap into, and a multi-trillion-dollar market, or multiple of them even. The KRI posted earlier today, our shiny new toy for internal use for now. So I have not received a reply from them, which I'm not too surprised by. But to my understanding from this post, therefore, this means that KII Casper EVM is effectively working, and it's available for internal use for their institutional clients and partnerships right now. Which again, for a refresher, that's the likes of these people here: Shell, DHL, Hyundai, Bosch, Eon, so on and so forth. Massive institutions, and I'm sure there are many here that aren't, or there are many that aren't listed here due to NDAs and whatnot. But if I'm not mistaken, and I've not misinterpreted this, I believe this means that the KRI Casper EVM is available for internal use right now on testnet 10, which means it's testing already on 10 BPS. So my question is, considering the KRI Casper EVM is implemented on testnet 10, which is running on 10 BPS, does this mean that the KRI Casper EVM will be fully live on the mainnet straight after the Crescendo hard fork? Because it's already running on 10 BPS and seemingly it's working. So that could therefore mean, if that is the case, these projects, ZETEX, Gigawatt Stablecoin, Asset Mint, Olive Chain, Warp Core, KMIF, Airspace 3D, and the rest, all of these projects here, or majority of them, which apparently have been ready and been in the works and been building for almost a decade, if not over a decade, just waiting for smart contract. That means now they can actually launch with their institutional clients, which is huge. Very, very big. The one that I am the most bullish about, which is what my video I'm releasing later on is heavily focused around, is Warp Core. Warp Core integrates Casper with the global financial system through compliance with ISO 20022, the standard used in financial messaging around the world. This means that Casper can offer faster, more secure cross-border payments in a way that is compliant with global regulators. It's a very big deal, and what you will hear in the video I'm posting later on is this video posted just 6 days ago from HSBC, which HSBC is the largest bank transactional, it conducts the largest transactions in the world, the largest bank for transactions. So they're arguably the biggest in the world, and this 18-minute video from HSBC ultimately goes into detail about ISO 20022 being the new language for payments and why it's a big deal. You cover a lot in there, and again, you'll hear a lot more about it in the video later on. But to paraphrase some of what was said and why it's such a big deal, there are many benefits to ISO 20022. Every single bank in the world will adopt ISO 20022. Every single one, even Swift will adopt ISO 20022, which is the global messaging standard we use right now, which, as I've mentioned in the past, and I've highlighted to the community here, the current amount of transactions that we see on a yearly basis right now is around $1.8 quadrillion. That's conducted through Swift, and Swift is jumping on blockchain. So that means, theoretically speaking, that $1.8 quadrillion on transactions, when they're going back and forth, will come onto blockchain, and if you're ISO 20022 compliant, you'll be able to tap into that market as well. If you want to find out more about that, go check out the CF community here. We do a lot in there: weekly live streams, institutional research documents, buy and sell alerts for trading and whatnot. You can join for a 7-day free trial, get people behind the curtains, and find out a lot more in there, as this space is truly, truly revolutionary, and it's a very, very big deal. There's a lot coming to the space ultimately, a lot of very, very big things that leave me very, very optimistic, and the timeline for it is also not far off. Swift, the global messaging standard right now, the system that we use, and every bank, is a 3-year migration period, but every single system has to be on and working with ISO 20022 by November 22nd this year. This year, 2025, by November 22nd. Which once more plays into the whole element of this is the year we see the Great Wealth Transfer. Think about all that Casper has been building. despite the price, fall off, if you will, that could maybe indicate a significant shift in TradeFi to DeFi, and therefore that potentially indicating a market top, a regional market top around November 22nd when Swift translates from its current system, MIT I believe it is, to ISO 20022. And Casper with Warp Core will be compliant with that and be able to take part in that space, which is huge. And one other thing that was not mentioned in the interview here with HSBC, but is very true and relevant. They mentioned many benefits. One benefit they did not mention was the fact that you're going to have a streamline of transactions thanks to blockchain. It's also going to cut out the middlemen. It's going to free up Nostro-Vostro accounts. Nostro-Vostro accounts are, imagine it like a pile of cash that is necessary for international cross-border payments, but they just kind of sit there. It allows banks to be able to, utilize money across borders, send it back and forth without having to set up their own branch there. So they're important, but they're just trapped. And there is, from what I'm aware of, from what I heard from Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse mention, there's roughly $27 trillion trapped in those Nostro-Vostro accounts. So if you're ISO 20022 compliant, you're focusing on conducting messaging for cross-border payments, you're helping, therefore, and contributing to freeing up roughly $27 trillion worth of capital. That can therefore, this money, by the way, has been locked away. It's been left there, it's dead. So when it comes back into the market, where's it going to go? If it's already been deemed as, excess money that's been left there in the Nostro-Vostro accounts, when it's now released back into the economy, it's going to go into on-risk assets. Stocks, crypto, it'll go back into these markets. Not immediately, again, doesn't mean 27 trillion is going to enter the market by November 2020, by November 22nd, 2025, but you'll start seeing the freeing up of liquidity from those accounts. Meaning trillions will soon flood to crypto quicker than we expect. It's a very big deal, and the KRI is helping tap into one of those markets, and there are many, many more. That's the video they talk about. We're working with bringing ISO 20022 to Casper via our Warp Core project, and below is a great explanatory discussion with some folks at HSBC on what it's all about, what ISO 22 is and why it's a big deal. So stay tuned to the video I'm going to be dropping in about an hour and a half from now, and you'll hear in detail why it's such a big deal and ultimately how Casper's going to do better than we expect in this space. Once more, people, again, I understand why, but they're fading. I see it every day now. People are fading Casper, saying it's a dead project. And it's only going to reach 30 cents, it's only going to reach this and the other. And I understand it. I completely understand why people are saying it. And I believe it's due to, I want to say, a lack of research. Because the amount of capital we're going to start seeing unlocked in this space starting this year, and with what Casper's building, leaves me still very optimistic for its price of where it's going to soar to in the cycle. Again, I'm not saying where it's going to soar to because no one really knows, but I think it also surpasses expectations. KRI is going to be a big factor for that with their CAS EVM, the KRI, allowing them to launch projects like Warp Core and many others also, like ZETEX. ZETEX, Zero Emission Trading Exchange, is designed to fundamentally transform how we approach carbon markets and sustainable energy trading. The global carbon market projection indicate it could reach over $2 trillion by 2030, which is only 5 years away. The carbon market lacks standardized protocols, leading to inefficiencies and uncertainties. Again, this information I'll link in my community below. But why I highlight this is because of what I highlighted here. ZETEX will initially focus on the Middle East market, but will be based on new standards implemented by the energy trading industry participants. The total addressable market by 2030 will be larger than the total crypto market cap today. So whereas in the document I highlighted over 2 trillion in carbon, the energy market, as Kat is highlighting, the total value of in 2030 of the energy market will be over effectively $3 trillion. And as Roy O'Neill confirmed back in, I think it was August or October when that interview happened, I showcased in one of my recent videos. I think it was this video actually, I highlighted him. I highlighted that, Roy O'Neill highlighted that the assets that are part of the energy sector, the underlying assets, are extremely valuable. Therefore, meaning if Casper, thanks to the KRI, is in this market, it will be deemed as extremely valuable, have higher demand, and therefore will increase in value. Those are two multi-trillion-dollar markets, Warp Core and ZTX, that Casper is tapping into this year. By the way, again, reiterating, this year, it's tapping into it later this year. Doesn't mean overnight we'll see a jump in value, but it means you're seeing them starting to tap into these markets this year, and the adoption is going to grow more and more and quicker than we expect, because these are very big institutions who've been looking at Casper for years. And again, these are all the other projects as well that KRI have, ready to launch or close to launching. Gigawatt. KRI also announced they're meeting Abu Dhabi in like 5 weeks' time to discuss with all the partnerships that we've seen on screen about Casper projects and whatnot. You got Gigawatt, you got Mobility Insurance Framework, you've got Olive Chain Supply Chain, you've got asset maintenance real estate. These are massive, massive trillion-dollar markets, or at least soon to be trillion-dollar markets, some of them. And KRI is utilizing Casper as a decentralized asset with massive partners to tap into these spaces. And again, just have to reiterate it, it's starting this year. It's all starting this year. While it's going to take a while for adoption to properly take off to a considerable it'll take a while for the adoption to soar to high, like trillion-dollar markets type thing, in the sense of Casper being a trillion-dollar asset. But it'll take off this cycle. It'll start the cycle and continue to rally from there. Once more, why I'm bullish on Casper, the biggest factor, and I've been talking about it a lot more in the past 3, 4, 5 days, about the significance of the KRI and the fact that everyone's sleeping on the KRI, what they are bringing. The level of institutional adoption we're going to be seeing them bring to Casper, the fact that they now got their EVM out on testnet 10, therefore soon to be on mainnet, is huge for bringing trillions of dollars of capital flowing through KRI, flowing through the industrial layer of Casper, therefore flowing into Casper, therefore increasing its demand and value. That's why I'm bullish on Casper, and there's so much more to come in this space. KRI is right now become my biggest focus for Casper in regards to seeing the mass amount of capital coming through it, but you can't take away from all that Casper's building as well. There's MBPS and smart contracts and stablecoins also being a big factor for their adoption in retail as well. The listings being a big factor as well. You also got the KF and KDAO, which I'm also going to get into in a moment in this stream, which are equally very, very bullish. And then you also got the macro news as well. Again, I'll get into all of that in this stream and ultimately understand and go into exactly why it is all going to play into Casper once more, tapping into trillion-dollar markets and surpassing expectations, starting their cycle. I don't look at the short term. This is frustrating, definitely. I'm not going to deny that it's not good to see a 62% correction in the price. But for what Casper's building, it doesn't leave me any room of doubt that I don't for a moment think Casper's going to keep coming down like that. Not for a moment. Especially because the hash rate equally is seemingly hitting hitting at somewhat a local bottom, in the sense of if the price went down further, the hash rate will continue to start to collapse because the miners are not making money. So for me, the price has pretty much been bottomed in here. I'd be surprised, very surprised, if Casper goes below 5 cents because the hash rate wouldn't allow it. And the manipulators of Casper, the likes of Mexi, which has again been documented quite extensively, while they're doing this sort of illicit stuff and it's not good and it's frustrating, again, they're a business. They're not going to kill a project that's making them so much money. They're better off making it soar in value. So they're going to, while they're still playing seemingly a dirty game by, manipulating the price of Casper constantly and constantly going on maintenance, they're not going to kill Casper. And manipulation, no matter where you go, is always going to be there. Even when Binance comes involved, I'm sure Binance will start manipulating the price of Casper as well. It will happen all the time, no matter where you go. Either you argue with it and you try and fight the system, which is very hard to do, or you just flow with it like a fish swimming along a whale. And that's ultimately how investing works when you've not got capital to change the space. You follow those who do. And that's why I don't take it at face value. I pay attention to people like LiveThink as well, who has the capital to change the space. I pay attention to KRI, who have the capital and the partnerships to change Casper and change the space. Why I'm bullish on Casper again, I'm not worried for the short term, this price correction. The FUD that I see, I'll still try my best to deter the FUD. But I get to the point where I think the more and more I research Casper, the more and more I fail to understand the reason for the FUD. Because the FUD is only based upon price action. But you can look at any other project in this space. Look at Tau. Tau's down to 270. Look how far Tau's come down. Tau got a Coinbase listing as well. Tau's AI. No one complains about Tau. But Tau's a very good project. I'm very much bullish on Tau. Sui's come down massively as well. It's still up from its, from when we first started hearing about it. At least when people started hearing about it on my channel, which is around $1 at 80 cents. But even then, look at this massive reversal in Sui. Down 60% almost. No one's talking about Sui being bad. And again, it may be because I'm not in the communities properly to hear the FUD about it. I'm only in Casper community. But those who are FUDding Casper, for me, it feels almost like nitpicking. Or just trying to get under the skins of people. Which it definitely works for a lot of people. Even me, I sometimes bite. But when you take a step back and look at the broader market, look at other products in this space, you've got to say all are down massively from all-time highs, like even C, and I like C as well. C's down 82%. Even from the recent all-time high, it's down 70%. Most of the products in this space are down considerably. The only ones that aren't are like the XRP after the lawsuit came to an end. Even Ethereum's down 50%, and no one chats rubbish about Ethereum. So Casper down 60% right now. It's just pricing into the market. It's just following the market right now as it, while Casper's always done well at going against the gradient, going against the market, when there's a lack of use case and lack of adoption right now, which is right there for Casper, is not that surprising. And now, with this very, very boring period we've had, all the developments coming through, when the market starts to reverse, Casper will be one that I'm confident will very quickly get adoption. You're seeing more and more people start to gradually talk about Casper. Casper has more catalysts to come than any other project in this space, in my belief. Because they still haven't got some tier ones. They've still got 10 BPS, they've still got smart contracts, they've still got stable coins, which many other projects in this space already have that. Institutional adoption coming through as well. Potential ETFs. All these sort of things coming through to Casper. Casper's got ETPs actually already with Valor funds. Valor Capital Funds. So adoption is there for Casper. While lackluster, it is there. And sentiment has not fallen off at all. It's still very bullish. Volume's down because it's not right now. Right now, not the time for Casper. Look, all the crypto volume right now is not doing very well. It's just not the time right now in the market. But the market is due to reverse in due time. Which I'll get back into all of that and again in a moment. But when people are being bearish on Casper, take a step back and look at the broader market and realize whether it's actually a problem with the project or is it the market as a whole. And right now, proven just to you right now, is not Casper the problem. The whole market is in a problem. Yo, Lenny my man, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing very, very well. Jordan Lewis, 100k Casper holding. Big up my man, keep stacking that bag, keep holding strong. My bid is in a few days, the 27th. Are you going to let me have some fresh air and play outside? Okay. You've been free the whole time, Mr. Miles, man. Jokes aside, you've never been trapped in my basement, man. I've let this game go on way too long now. People are actually going to think I'm a psychopath. Well, Britannia, if I hit 50k cash Friday, feels good, to be honest. Stop at 150k, then hardly saying into Bitcoin. Love to hear the man. Big up and keep filling that bag. Sounds very, very good indeed. Congratulations indeed, definitely. Next target 1 mil Casper, 100%. 1.16 EH is still massive for Casper's current price. Oh yeah, while I'm putting down the EH coming down quite a lot, the extra hash, it's still huge for Casper's current price. Casper's still, in regards to the power law and the hash rate, still down like 70%. So it's still good, but the hash rate's starting to fall off a little bit more and more because miners are getting frustrated the price is not rallying. So therefore, if the price comes any lower, the hash rate will start to actually fall off more because miners are going to turn offline. So this could potentially be a good indicator that the price has been bottomed in right now, and Casper therefore, while it's still possible, it's unlikely it'll come down much further from here. I would like to believe that this is the absolute bottom for Casper right now at 5 cents. But not financial advice once more. Just a fish here, just a little fish. Hey, The fact that you're here in Casper this early, you know, you're still one of the... You think about the fact that less than 7% of the population in the world holds Bitcoin or crypto. You think of how much smaller that percentage is with Casper. So you are the very, very small percent in the crypto space that actually holds Casper, and maybe even knows of Casper. So fish or not, little fish or not, you're early, to say the least. So keep going, my brother. Keep going indeed. Yeah, even a fish is good. Yeah, imagine being a fish bought 100k Bitcoin that early. Being a fish is very, very good, no doubt about it. Just looking at any more questions real quick. There's another ISO protocol as well. Yeah, there's also another ISO protocol as well, which we can see here. ISO 22 is the big one for me, but there's also ISO 24165, which is digital token identifier. So Warp Core provides a standardized system for identifying Casper digital tokens, ensuring transparency, traceability, and auditability, essential for building trust and meeting regulatory requirements. Ultimately, it's making sure that Casper, with Warp Core, will be compliant with regulations once again, which will bring more trust to the project as it's decentralized as well, which is huge. So again, Warp Core for me is absolutely massively biggest, in my opinion, for Casper, KI. The end of the year is going to be so interesting with all these change up in policies. Yes, we'll get into that actually in just a moment as well as to see who the new front runners will be. I could be wrong, but ETH seems as if it's on its way out. I've been seeing a lot. Like, I remember seeing a post from Standard Chartered, which stated that Ethereum won't return to 4K, which I would be very surprised if that's the case. I think Bitcoin's going to soar high. I think Ethereum will have maybe one last hoorah. Maybe not a blow off top massively, but it'll start to, maybe make all-time highs again. Because there is still ETS demand for it still at least. But at the same time, you've got to understand that a lot of the institutions that are building on the Ethereum infrastructure, they know Ethereum's not scalable, it's not good. So they're actually using Ethereum, and they're using these Ethereum sidechains and EVM virtual machines to bridge to the actual chains or platforms of their choice, which is where you've got XRP Ledgers there with an EVM sidechain. You've got Casper now got EVM coming out as well, and many other chains as well. So Ethereum may end up seeing a fall off definitely. I think that's going to happen inevitably. Maybe the cycle, maybe it'll happen following the cycle. I would like to hope it's following the cycle because Ethereum is still, for retail sentiment, deemed as the altcoin rallier. And if not, then it will mean that XRP takes the reins because XRP is right behind Ethereum, or I think it's now Tether actually. Yeah, but XRP is right behind Ethereum. So if Ethereum doesn't rally in XRP will therefore have to want to take the reins to be the ones who decide how altcoins rally for their cycle. After that, it'll be a bit more independent, I'm sure. I buy Quant because Bridge over Ledger, search, and you will see that everything will be redirected to Quant, XRP, Hedera, Stellar, etc. I hope I'm right. As for Casper, my big bag. I mean, yeah, I've seen that. I have looked a little bit into Quant, and I understand it in similarity to likes of XRP, Hedera, HBAR, Algorand, and them lot, that they're all like in the same sort of messaging interoperability sector where they're talking to institutions and payments and whatnot. So they all kind of cohesively work together. So I think all of them will do very, very well this cycle and going forward as well. And then hopefully in due time, Casper, with what it is building, will be able to just completely make the XRP and other products obsolete. Octopus should be above Dolphin, in my opinion. I mean, nah, I don't say that actually, because dolphins, dolphins, they're dolphins the animal. I think octopus should be above fish, but dolphins, they're aggressive. They're actually very, very horrible animals. They're bullies. They're mean. So, oh wow, we've seen a massive surge in dolphin today. Actually, wow, look at that. And in the past 90 days as well, we've seen a lot more dolphins coming through. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd argue octopus should be above fish, but dolphin, I think, is fine where it is. I got 400k Casper. Should I crash the whole market? I mean, you can give it a good old college try, my man. I don't know if 500k Casper will be enough to crash the whole market. But hey, if you do, I'm sure someone like Mr. Mars will buy your dip. No doubt about it. I need $1 Casper ASAP. It will happen in due time. We can't be, impatient. If we want, everything about trading and stuff is a very on-risk asset market. It's very, very dangerous. Effectively, it's gambling. So it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, we'd all be billionaires by now. all we can do is just research and, take our time. If you're needing, capital quickly, well, the thing that a lot of people do in this space to try and flip quick gains is to go to meme coins, which right now is, I'm not a financial advisor to do as you will, but I'm not in meme coins at all right now because of the massive fall that happened earlier, and the meme coin market's not recovered at all yet. It's starting to recover a little bit, but it's not recovered at all yet. But Casper, if it runs to $1 this cycle, it'll be later. It'll be like Q4, maybe Q3, depending, but probably be Q4. So it won't go to $1 anytime soon, not overnight. It'll take a while. We need to surpass 10 cents first, anyways. Don't believe quick. There you go. I'm not even going to read that. Complete waffle. Octos are smarter and way cooler. Sure. I don't disagree. What, are octopus smarter than dolphins? I thought dolphins were deemed one of the smartest sea creatures in the world. And they're also bullies. They are cooler, I give you that much. Not about smarter, though. How do those American freedom feel now? Don't know. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, Mr. Mars, the trolling's back. Love to see it. Yeah, please be done. I'm not even going to highlight them in the chat anymore. I'm not entertaining that. Okay, but that being said, yes, I just covered all the big $1 trillion stuff like that. So I'm going to get into this post here first, before we get to more Casper and other macro news. So this here from Chad Steiger highlights the law that will be passing very soon in the United States, or kind of globally, if you will. Next month to May, we'll be seeing the release of the stablecoin law, the Genius Bill Act, which is huge, very, very huge. So that could potentially see a massive surge in adoption for institutions, in stablecoin adoption, and therefore into crypto as well. Going into summertime, July to September 2025 this year, you have the FIT21 bill will pass, meaning the SEC and CFTC will classify assets and also exchange rules. End of this year, October to December, which is the same time as the SWIFT and every ISO 2022 bank being compliant with ISO 22 messaging standards. You'll see DeFi rules, taxation updates, and IRIS guidance. And in the beginning of next year, you'll see token issuance, payment rules via executive order for the Fed. There's still a very clear timeline and very clear structure for what's coming out to the space. And again, a lot of the big game-changing regulations and policies and developments are happening in Q3, Q4, even Q1 or 2026. We've got a lot more time. And in that regard, we're also waiting for lower interest rates, which Trump is still, praying Jerome Powell would actually do. But I also want to play a segment of this video here as well. This is from Larry Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world. And what he says in this video, which I'll play in just a moment, is ultimately talking about the fact that they could still see a potential for more short pain, more downsides as well. So potentially seeing another pullback in the market, which I'm not against the possibility of that. But at the same time, his ultimate sentiment right now on the market is it will recover. He said, I think the timeline he said was 5 months. This by the way, this is a 2-day old video, so it's very, very recent. Very, very recent. I think, or 3 days old now actually. So it's very recent, for what I understand. And he's talking about 5 months. So 5 months from now, it being in March, we put us in about August time, if I'm not mistaken. So again, going to the Q3, Q4 element of the year, we'll start seeing, hopefully the market starts to rally. So again, this is very close to Larry Fink. While don't take it all at face value, but because he has a lot of capital and control of the markets, what he says does have a lot of influence, and therefore could be the case. But again, listen very closely.
And power grid and building out infrastructure. There are so many opportunities here to invest. And so, yes, it's upsetting to watch the markets right now and the fear of tariffs and other things. And look, would I be surprised? And I don't want to be, this is not webcast, is it, guys? I would not be surprised to see elevated inflation over the next 5 months. I would not be surprised to see, and across every CO I talked to, we're starting to talk about a more fearful economy going on right now, and a lot of it is that fear. But I do believe this is going to be more short term. Once we understand the policies, once we become more accustomed to it. But having an economy fall 7% after the dramatic rise in our equity markets over the last 3 years is a blip. The question is it going to fall another 8% from here? And that's a possibility. It's a buying opportunity. over the long run. And so I really am trying to tell everybody, when markets fall, it is time for you to reassert your buying, not running away from it. Every time, when you think about all the people who panicked during COVID, when you think about all the people who panicked during the financial crisis, I mean, I could go on and on throughout my career. But those who invested during the height of fear were the biggest beneficiaries of that market setback. And we should not be surprised in having a market setback. We've had really an unbelievable 3-year run. The market can test itself and reorient itself. And then I do believe over the next 5 years, markets are going to be higher. And because I do believe in the opportunity in this country. And, and we write about it at BlackRock. The magnificence of the US capital markets makes the United States exceptional and beyond any other country. We have a strong banking system. You'll hear from Jamie after lunch today. And we have the largest capital market system in the world. So if you have a great idea as a startup, you're going to get capital. You can't get that in any other country in the world.
So from what I'm hearing from Larry Fink is similarly to myself, and I'm sure many of us as well, he has a longer term outlook on the markets. He's not looking for gains this cycle. I mean, he is, but he's not solely looking for gains this cycle. He's looking at a 5-year longer plan. And he believes the markets in the next 5 years are going to mature massively. I have so much in-depth information from other massive institutions who confirm the very same things in my community here, which confirm the significant shift in adoption from crypto and AI and other factors starting this cycle. It's all starting this year, this cycle, and going through to 2030 and beyond. Again, if you want to know more about that, because it's very informative and help you also devise your trading strategies, come check out the Coin Factory community. Come follow what's going on. We do weekly live streams every Saturday, trades, hidden gems. We're trying to look and actively learn more about the space and ultimately try and help develop our conviction and trading strategies. If you want to know more, 7-day free trial. Links are down in the description below. Also, on your homepage here as well. Equally, go check out the free community as well. If you want to have a place where you can join for free. I mean, you can join for 7-day free trial here. But if you want to just join the community for free in general, just have a place to chill, chat and learn more anyways. Got a free Discord server here, free of charge. And if you want to be even more locked in, then you can sign up to the WOP through there as well. But what Lifik's saying here is fundamentally where my conviction stands. I'm holding Casper this cycle, and I think it'll do very, very well this cycle, but equally I've got a long-term outlook for crypto as well. Which is, again, the maturity we're going to see in this market is going to be insane. You know, there's a lot more to come in this space. We'll see a big rally this cycle in my belief, not financial advice, my belief. Sources suggest it's going to happen this cycle. So it'll happen in probably Q3, Q4. There's a lot more to come. Michael Saylor here, as a added bonus, if you will, he basically confirmed that he will be burning the keys of over 17,000 Bitcoin, so $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin when he passes, which just means Bitcoin will continue to become more scarce in the future. But we are still in a very, very strong position with crypto right now, and the markets, all of them are down, and I think seems to suggest we could go down a little bit further, which is possible. But ultimately, the next 5 months, with the whole market kind of settled down, you'll see probably some more rate cuts, some QE policies coming through. You'll see the market start to return. You'll see more all the people who've been building during this phase, which Casper's been one of the ones building the most, start to get a lot more adoption very quickly, leading into the years to follow. And in the next few years, with the maturation of the market, Casper will then jump from 10 to 32 to 100 up a second. And you'll surely see many other projects and developments coming to Casper as well. More people building to a Casper as well. More infrastructures and more tools from Ethereum to Solana to Bitcoin starting to bridge to Casper due to it being so quick, so cheap, and interoperable as well. KRI is going to bring it to institutions. This post here, what they're saying here about our very first blockchain project were about nominations, balancing, settlements, and the capacity allocations, auctions, secondary markets. This, sounds very technical. To give an understanding of what they're saying here, KRI, which is why I still stand bullish on the KRI, is in essence the KRI is emphasizing their team's expertise in developing blockchain solutions for complex real-world applications, particularly in the energy sector. HVDC is regarding to high voltage direct current transmission lines that connect different power grids, often across borders. KL have a proven track record for designing and implementing systems that manage the flow of electricity across borders, which lends credibility to their work and also therefore adds more to Casper. You've got such a strong team behind Casper. This shows that the team has experience in designing high performance and high transaction volume systems, and Casper is a key part in their long-term vision in the energy sector and other financial markets and, other markets as well. Cross-border payments, supply chain, real estate, energy, and much, much more. KL is going to be huge. There are many, many more projects as well. Here you got from Kaspa Africa, huge success. Our Kaspa meetup was an amazing gathering of innovators and enthusiasts. We explored Kaspa's cutting edge tech and use case thanks to our speakers, attendees and organizers. Congratulations on many opportunities to replace aging legacy micropayment systems across Africa with Kaspa based systems. This was done thanks to the CMF, the Community Marketing Fund, which is huge. So it's very good to see again more understanding and more conferences, I guess, being held with the help of Casper and Casper Initiative and projects like this. Casper is also going to go more so in the likes of their what do you call it? Mine's gone blank. The events they're attending. You got Web3 Festival, where the KF was a side event sponsor, or is going to be a side event of the upcoming Hong Kong Web3 Festival event. Side event, and of course it's a very, very big event. So that's very good to see as well. KF is trying to get Casper's name out there more and more. You got Ben Thomason, who's the head of mining operations at Ice River, who's going to be talking today to tomorrow, to the 27th, as well, which is really very big. And then you've also got Kadar, I mentioned in a video recently. They're now making actually developments to help bolster the ecosystem for KRC20 and Casper as well. And they recently announced they did the voting, if you will, for Omnicast, a developing and a very, very in-depth traveling company. And they had look, in the first day, they had 0 no's and 75,000 yeses. So it's full belief right now in Omnicast, which is huge. Helping to basically bring payments to Casper whenever you're traveling abroad, whether it be buying flights, hotels, taxis, Ubers, Bolts, cars, you can buy with Casper with Omnicast. That's their goal. Manipulation happens, it comes and go. But once more, to come back full circle, there are so many projects in this space that saw extremely late cycle tops. Solana last cycle didn't peak and didn't start running until August. AVAX similarly didn't start running until August. Ethereum in its first cycle, which is the closest Casper was being compared to, didn't start running until November, December. And Ethereum went parabolic in that cycle, jumping from roughly 300 million here to 100. Wait, I looked at that wrong. To 28 billion here, to roughly 130 billion here in market cap. So once more, Casper, as equally being very, very innovative and bringing some really transformative stuff to the space, could equally see similar behavior to these projects where you didn't see any movement until the latter half of the market, and then it explodes. And what Casper's bringing out and the level of adoption we're going to see in this crypto space this cycle, it may completely surpass all expectations. Don't sleep on Casper, don't sleep on the KI. A lot of big things are coming. Don't be emotional though. Be logical. I'm a 300,000 Casper Dolphin. Big up to you, TP. Love to hear that. Keep filling that bag. General tip: you shouldn't tell anyone online. I mean, yeah, that's also true. Like, I mean, me personally, people ask me how much I have. I don't disclose that. If you want to disclose it, you're welcome to do as you will. You're your own person. You know, free country, free world, and all that. But it's a very common factor. You'll hear at least you'll hear later on. People understandably are very private about money. Money is a very, very important factor. So most people won't tell people, be honest, or even say how much money they have. So I don't disclose my Casper holdings. I did once give a rough guide for where I was for what category I'm in, but that was a while back now, and that's definitely changed. So, you know, or maybe it has, maybe it hasn't, who knows. But again, again, do as you will. And as Casper for Noob says here, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoy these streams. Doing streams every single day. Leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. It looks like Casper right now is respecting this downward sloping wedge as it has now. It's touching the top level of resistance here. So it may mean that we end up seeing a definitive move on the 27th on your birthday, Mr. Mars. Because that seems to be where the cross is. If we go back into support here or we continue breaking out, who knows? Have to wait and see. Dolphins are often considered more socially intelligent and capable of complex communications, while octopuses excel in problem solving and adaptability. I did not know that. That's true. Octopus and dolphins, though, are highly intelligent and willing to socialize with humans in uncommon ways. I did not actually know that about octopus as well. I learn something every day then. In that case, then maybe octopus should be above dolphins then. I can kind of agree with that now. Although I don't think we can change that. Unless you can get a community vote to change that, but that's a thing, general term for the whole crypto space, so I don't think Casper alone can change that. When is the crash coming? We don't know. Again, this is, I think, speculating. It's a chance we see it. Or if he's saying, if we see one, don't be surprised, because the market and the economy right now is in shambles, tariffs are causing problems, yada, yada, yada. So there's definitely more chance for downside. He's basically highlighting that, but he's highlighting that the reversal is also just as likely, if not more likely. Especially if you're looking at 5 years time period as well, and longer. So we don't know if the crash is going to happen. We don't even know if it's coming. It's speculated, and it's possible. But it's tough to say right now. We have to keep it. All we have to do is to keep an eye on the markets, keep an eye on the tariffs and what's happening in the market, and see if the Fed also decides to cut rates or not. Do you think the bear will come at the end of Q3, Q4? I'd like to know what others think. I don't think. I think, if I'm honest, which I think Mila, who tends to come and go in this channel and the community, said something similar as well. I care to agree with her. I think we actually have a high chance of seeing a Q1 2026 bear market as opposed to a Q3, Q4. I think we could generally see the market keep going to December. Again, I'm playing reactionary to the markets. So if we end up seeing it top earlier, I'll be telling our community about that earlier and react accordingly. But right now, with the level of how the market is stagnating and all the big policies coming out later on, I like to believe that we'll end up seeing the market continue to see a leg up, small leg up here, another leg up probably in July, September with the FIT21 bill passing, and then DeFi rules and more clear guidelines coming out in the end of the year, going into then token issuance. I like to believe we'll start seeing, more and more spikes, if you will, relief rallies, if you will, going into Q1. They're not confirmed, again, it's my speculation. And again, I'm playing reactionary, so if it doesn't come to fruition, I'm not going to be emotional about it. I'm going to react accordingly, trade logically, and look carefully at the markets and what's happening with crypto and, of course, with Casper as well. Also, Animan, who's doing very, very well. I've got 19 more Casper. Keep feeling that bad man looking very, very healthy. I love hearing that. Every day buying more Casper. You're a real one. One of these days, people will realize that investing in something like Bitcoin when the investor market is in shambles is called hedging. That it shouldn't be treated as a risk on asset. Yeah, I mean that's also that's right. It's right. Like when the markets are in shambles, and Bitcoin, while nothing's confirmed, the chance that Bitcoin ends up running up from here is much higher than it collapsing into a bear market. It's just hedging your bets. It's not necessarily the level to risk to reward for Bitcoin right now compared to treasury bonds, for example, I'd argue is similar, or even maybe better for Bitcoin, arguably. But again, that'll develop more so as time goes on. What's up, good to go, man? Hope you're doing very, very well. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. Yes, the crash will happen I think that will happen after 2 months of crash. Yeah, also possible. Yeah, you missed it. Jay was verbally beating. Oh, go away. I'm answering proper questions. You just come in this rubbish. What's up? Question: why do people think AI is going to be massive for crypto? Understand the generic hype for a popular narrative, but what are the odds of crypto will actually be useful, embraced, and adopted for AI? I suspect it's going to be more similar to gaming and crypto. The poor ideas that never seem to be embraced by the masses. I mean, the information for that, Mr. Mouse, is available here, and I'm fairly sure you're a part of that. So you can check it out there. The TLDR, because again, this is something that I give to people here who are part of the community here, is AI and crypto go hand in hand. That's how it's been perceived. They both work together. So with AI doing big, crypto will do big, and the same thing vice versa. That's a very, very vague answer. And I can go a lot more detail about that, but again, if you want to find out more about that, you've got to check out the community here. The ultimate understanding is that AI is going to be huge. That's my understanding from what the institutions are researching and what they're trying to do. They'll help AI streamline everything, the same with crypto and streamline payments. In the future, we'll be happy group. I hope I'll be able to buy a new house with my mum, and that'll probably be the case. I pray you can as well, my man. I really, really do. Hopefully, Casper will make us all very, very wealthy, so we can all do what we need to do, whether it be buying your Lamborghinis or supporting your families. For me, hopefully it'll be both, but I would like to support my family, definitely. Let my mum and dad retire. Here's the difference with octopuses and dolphins. All dolphins breeds are highly intelligent. All dolphin breeds are highly intelligent, but only some octopus breeds are highly intelligent. Oh, okay. So, like some Americans then. Just poking the hornet's nest. $10-$20 next cycle, I'm sure. Maybe. I wouldn't be that. I mean, $10-$20, that would be trying to do the math. I mean, next cycle you'd probably see it reach probably about 27 supply circulating. But let's just say for argument's sake it's 25. $10 would put it at $250 billion market cap. So let's just say it'd be a $270 billion market cap. That's possible in 3-4 years time. Crypto will be the financial vehicle for AI, as a crypto wallet doesn't require ID to transact the currency. That's also a bit more in depth of the reason why AI is going to be big for crypto and vice versa as well. I drink daiquiri on the beach for the rest of my life. Oh yeah, $10 Casper. I'm sipping pina coladas on the Maldives every single day. Just sitting. If that happens, face reveal, sitting on the Maldives with my laptop on the beach, just doing live streams with all of you guys every single day, happily. But with that being said, hopefully you all have a very, very great day. And if you enjoyed, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. Ultimately, trillions will come to Casper. KI is going to be huge for Casper. A lot of things are coming through. Don't be so worried about the short term. If the FUD is getting too loud, do more research. There's a lot coming to this space. A lot more's coming on. The markets will peak later on. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to know more about crypto and other markets, go check out the free community here in my homepage here, also in the description. The what pay community here, you can join for 7-day free trial, also available to check out as well. Get a much more in-depth analysis. We're putting in trading, buy and sell alerts. We're also going to put in trading education, so stuff like the 101 beginner guide on how to trade. I know Tony has been very, very happy with what's provided in there so far, and joking as well. So if you want to know more about that, again, links are down below. There are lots of things I won't argue against that. I know you won't, but I just wanted to try and get a little dig out of you. Casper preparing for a massive pump with all the catalysts. I couldn't agree more. NMM. There's a lot coming to Casper and crypto. But that being said, have a great day, good evening, and good night. Tomorrow stream will be earlier. Forewarning, I'll make an announcement in my community tomorrow. But I'll see you all in the next one. Take care now.